Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what do you need to heal and build a stronger confidence. So we're getting advice straight to you, tailored to you, to find out exactly what you need to heal and build a stronger confidence. All right, so we have pile 1. I feel this one is pile 2, and thank you. And this is pile number 3. Let's see what we have. Right, so for pile number 1, we have Sacred Soul Sister. For pile number 2, we have She Offers the Sacred Wine, so drink. And for pile number 3, we have Sacred Conversions. And if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Zebra Jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. Yeah. For pile number 2, you have the Green Aventurine Heart, and this is what your crystal looks like. It's so tiny. I want to hold it up close, but I don't want to cover it either. For pile number 3, we have the Bloodstone Heart. I think that's the best way to do it. And this is what your crystal looks like. Yeah. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn, as I always say, to more piles or more crystals, then trust your intuition, because it always leads you to the right readings. It's your magic, and it's guiding you to hear something that may be important to you. So as usual, let it lead the way, and you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. So lovely to have you here. It is just really lovely to have you as part of this preparation process, so thank you for being part of it. And before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the oracle decks that we will be using, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. Right, so let's now begin. All right, also, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, I always announce this because you guys tend to ask me a lot, what was this deck or what was that deck? And for this reason, I always leave all of them listed down below. So let's now begin your pile preparation process. So what do you need to heal and build a stronger confidence? What do you need to, I feel this one actually, heal and build a stronger confidence? I feel like my throat is itching all of a sudden a little bit. There could be a message from your spirit guides about clearing your throat or saying something that you want to say. Speaking up about something that's worrying you. So if this resonates for you, this is a message specifically for you, especially that you're watching the preparation process. So your spirit guides are telling you to talk about something. 2 cards for the last one. Okay. Yeah, to talk about something. It looks like this is something that is sacred for you, or something that means a lot to you, special. I see your spirit guides are encouraging you to talk about it, to find a way to speak about it. Okay, so now let's get into your tea leaves, and we're gonna be taking 1 card for each pile. I'll take this one. And this one. Two again, okay. Right. From this tarot deck, we're only going to be taking 1 card, and then we'll be, as usual, taking 2 cards from each of the tarot decks. Right, so what do the 3 piles need exactly to heal? Thank you. And to build stronger confidence. What do they need exactly? Please. Thank you. What do the 3 piles need exactly to heal and to build stronger confidence? What do the 3 piles need exactly to heal and to build stronger confidence, please? What do they need exactly? What do the 3 piles need to heal exactly and build stronger confidence, please? What do the 3 piles need exactly to heal and build a stronger confidence, please? What exactly do they need for that? Oh, 1 and 2. I feel this one. So we're gonna put it right there. Okay. What do the 3 piles need exactly to heal and to build a stronger confidence, please? What exactly is that? Wonderful. Okay, how about we keep this one for any clarification during the reading? keep it right there. And let's now put your piles neatly together for your reading. So this is pile 1. There we go. With the zebra Jasper. There we go. Pile 2. Is ready. With the green Aventurine heart. There we go. And pile 3. There we go. With the Bloodstone heart. Oh, look, the Bloodstone heart kind of matches all the dots that's on the card here. And this one, all the lines. So amazing. Even this one has a solid color like the solid colors found on the card. Anyways, it's a beautiful coincidence. And now your 3 piles are ready. It is always lovely to have you around. Thank you for being part of the preparation process. I feel your energies and I find it as a wonderful opportunity to tell you that I love you guys and I truly appreciate your existence, especially for you to choose to be around this channel. Thank you so much. Love you. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Sacred Soul Sister, and Rumi's words that come with this card is just beautiful. We'll see if we need to read them during your reading, but you have Sacred Soul Sister. Let me adjust the camera so you can see. It's such a beautiful card. It kind of touches your soul in a way, you know? It's kind of like you and your higher self here. A part of you is leading the way for you to grow and find exactly what you need. You clearly can see your higher self is looking out for you and is helping you during that time of your life. That's for sure. So you have Sacred Soul Sister, and the Sacred Soul Sister is the other half of you that is taking care of you, pile number 1. Making sure you find your way. Okay, why is this... Yeah, let's keep it here. Yeah, let me adjust the camera. Yes, that is better. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards first to find out exactly what you need to heal and to build stronger confidence, pile number 1. So let's take a look at this one first. So on one side, you have nurture, and on the shadow side, it has discourage. Let's also keep it here, right? You have child nature. So the light attributes are, oh, there we go. So the light attributes are friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, nurture. Okay, how interesting. So the shadow attribute is tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. We're just reading it all, and we're gonna see how the whole reading adjusts together so that we understand your message exactly. You have horseshoe with good luck. What a lovely card to have. Okay, and you have the Ace of Pentacles with Gaia. all of the cards talking about nature. I know this is nurture, but it kind of sounds like nature. There is a very strong message with regards to nurture and nature, right? Let's keep it here. We have the goddess Gaia. Let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So you have the 10 of Wands, and it's a beautiful 10 of Wands because you see that it is heavy, but it's heavy with flowers. That's why I love this specific 10 of Wands, and we're gonna see how this fits into your reading. There's a lot of nature in so far from you in your reading. Pile number 1. You have the 10 of Swords. You have, oh, this one wants to come out first, okay. Oh my, 10 of Wands again. Do you see the similarity? Unbelievable. I think your message is starting to get very clear here. And I just really feel called to put this card here. We're meant to see them. All right. You have this, what? All these needles, do you see? The 7 of Swords. The message is very consistent and specific. You have the 3 of Swords. How about we place this right here, right? So we don't disturb the cards. And place the next one here. Wow, you have the Lovers. You have the Chariot with Awareness. And wow, you have the King of Pentacles with Abundance. King of Pentacles with Abundance and with the Horseshoe. This is great. All right, so now we're taking a look at what exactly you need to heal and build a stronger confidence. I'm seeing pile number 1, that this is a tricky phase in your life with the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. There is something kind of disturbing you or worrying you a lot. You're worried about how things are going to turn out, and you do know that you are treading through some tricky energy in your life. And that is because, that's why you have the higher self here. That is because you're transforming at this phase of your life. You're being assisted by your spirit guides and your higher self to go through this grand transformation in your life. And so we can see all the pain that's going on for you with the Gaia to birth this new you, pile number 1. This is all meant to push you. They're like needles. They're meant to end the cycle with the 3 10s, 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and 10 of Swords. Do know that you're now towards the end of this tough phase or tough time of your life. And the more you're about to get into the transformational phase, the more it sometimes feels really painful. And you might even feel discouraged towards the end. You have a lot of things that are heavy on your back, obviously. You're tired of the journey. You're tired of everything. And sometimes with all of the 10s towards the end, you kind of lose hope. You kind of feel like it's not going to happen. You're not going to transform. Things aren't going to change. But here is exactly what you need to heal, pile number 1. And that is just like nature. Oh my God, guys, the electricity just shut. And although I was going to take this out in the editing, I thought for something to happen like that, it's meant to give a message to you, and I'll tell you about it as soon as the electricity is back. BRB. So it's back. And that's exactly your message, pile number 1. That is to go through discomfort to find what you want on the other side. In fact, this is so your message that this is what Rumi says in his words with the Sacred Soul Sister. And I think because of everything that happened, I need to read this out to you, pile number 1. Let's get his words. I think you're really gonna love it. You're meant to hear this. I just love Rumi's words. Okay. So you have a Sacred Soul Sister. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. I'm going to repeat that last part because that's the most important part that we're getting to here. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. And that is exactly your message at this point, pile number 1. You find your good luck and abundance and who you want to be, the change, the growth, and everything that you want from beginning to the end and in between by stepping into what's uncomfortable in order to become comfortable. Pile number 1. And to do that, this is not an easy transition, and I'm going to give you an example to what this all means. But your message is to go through this transition not by closing your eyes and shivering and feeling awful, but through nurture, through love, through talking yourself with love to get to the other side. So an example of that, pile number 1. Let's say, we don't even need to say let's say, because I feel here that you obviously have been through a lot of pain, pile number 1. There's a lot of crying involved. And I see maybe, you know the expression, a lot of people messed with your head with all of these needles. Different people shocked you, right? They've done a lot of things that were shocking. You wouldn't have imagined it or imagined that they would have done it this way, especially that you have the 7 of Swords here. So there is some dishonesty or lying or hiding happening. And maybe you felt like someone took something from you that wasn't theirs. Maybe even your freedom with the cage here. Yeah, took something that they shouldn't have taken by lies and manipulations. So you've been shocked a lot and your heart was torn and you felt like it felt so heavy to try to go through this path and try to unload everything that happened. And as if all of this wasn't enough, you are still needed to go through your path and heal, take the burden off of your back and reach your destination. And so here we see the idea that although it's painful, one must choose the uncomfortable road to find their comfort. And that's the idea with Gaia here. Also, do notice that it's amazing that you have in your reading a strong premonition. We have the horseshoe with good luck, we have abundance, and we have Gaia. I mean, the source of abundance. And so we see that your message here is that everything that you want, huge abundance, things that you wouldn't even believe, that you love, obviously, is on the other side. This is your message, pile number 1. And so while it's uncomfortable to begin to think of doing things that could solve the situation but are just unbearable to think of, you'll see that through nurturing yourself and taking on the path, you will find that you're not just proud of yourself with the 10 of Wands. You see, now this person, instead of the haystack is carrying flowers. Not only will you be proud of yourself, but you'll feel like you're picking up a flower with every step that you take. That it's heavy, but you feel like it's worth it because you're taking important steps, and you can see the abundance that is coming. You can see yourself becoming stronger, and you can see yourself achieving what you want. So your message, pile number 1, is perhaps you have already cried it out so much. And I'm so sorry, pile number 1. Just seeing this picture breaks my heart. I feel your pain. I am so sorry for everything that happened. It must be awful. I am so sorry. And so your message is, in order to heal, even though it doesn't feel good now, you need to take an uncomfortable path. For example, if you want to now move away from these people, or move away from maybe the dishonesty that happened in your work, or whatever it is exactly, the situation that caused pain, your message is to look for another job. For example, even though it feels so heavy at the moment and not the right time to think about it, but your message for your pile is that even though it doesn't feel good, it's time to roll up your sleeves and say, right, I'm gonna do this for myself. And to go out and look for another, and to encourage yourself with love every day, to nurture yourself, to say, I'm going to do it. I'm about to change my life on my own right now, and I'm gonna do this service to myself. I will, even though it feels bad, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna write what I need to do, and I'm gonna take steps every day, even if they're little steps, because I'm going to free myself from this situation. And why just sit there feeling awful when there's so much on the other side that I can take, so much beauty and really everything that I want on the other side. Pile number 1. As you do that, you build the confidence to not just find your way, but confidence in yourself, pile number 1, that you are capable of going through anything and coming out the other side like a boss, that you are a strong person, that you are a person that you're proud of, because even though it feels really bad, but you are someone who's gonna go out there, hold what you want by the horns and bring it to yourself, pile number 1. This is exactly your message. And to do that, you're being advised to not just to keep moving despite it feeling heavy, but to nurture yourself as you go. Come on, pile number 1, come on me, I can do it, just a little bit more. That kindness will take you so far, pile number 1. And remember Rumi's words to you, pile number 1, in your reading. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. And that was your reading, my dear pile number 1. That was your exact message to you. And by the way, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel. You'll find the link to this reading first thing in the description box. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book. Pile number 1, this book could really help you out here, because this book helps you out in becoming a productive person or a self-disciplined person to do what needs to get done, even when we don't feel like it. And get this, all while enjoying it. You'll find that this book has all the key secrets and advice to becoming a productive person, showing you how you can enjoy it. And it's small, straight to the point. You won't waste time reading it. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to it as you do other things. You'll find all of that in this ebook. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook, like I said. Don't forget to check that out as well if you would like. And pile number 1, it was such a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you the best from my heart. Know that there is abundance for you. This is no coincidence. There is abundance on the other side. What you want is on the other side. Pile number 1. That was your message, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you have chosen this very beautiful card, as well as the green Aventurine heart. And your reading, your card is really interesting. It really touches the soul. It says, she offers the sacred wine, so drink. Let's see what this is all about for you, pile number 2. I'll keep your main card here, and we'll see Rumi's words for your card. But now let's check the rest of your cards, and we'll be, as usual, starting off with your oracle cards. So, first card, you have confident, and on the other side, the shadow side, it says uncertain. So let's keep that here. You have destroyer with the light attributes. Can you see that? Yes. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Interesting. On the shadow side, it says intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. I kind of feel like this is the shadow that you have to deal with others, especially from the beautiful words of Rumi here, which I'll read to you in a second, since now it's resonating. Okay. You have, wow. So with the eagle, this is hitting me very strong. It seems like there is strength within you. See, because you see with the hands here at the solar plexus, there is strength, and all of the yellow and the yellow and the yellow, right? There's so much strength within you that needs to boom out. You already have it within you, pile number 2. This message is coming very strong for you. With the hawk flying, or the eagle, what am I saying? With the eagle flying, I feel like this is liberating your strength, letting it out, because it's already within you. So beautiful. Let me keep this right there. Keep the solar plexus energy right with each other. And let's see what you have here. So you have the 8 of Cups with Sedna. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, should we start with the smaller cards first so that we have space? I think it's meant to be this way. So, wow, it definitely is. So you have the Thunderbolt, which is the Tower card. And you see how destruction is happening, perhaps even pushing toxic people out from being in your element, in your power, in a meditative pose, right? You have, wow, the 10 of Wands with suppression. Didn't I tell you have so much power within you that you're suppressing, that needs to just, exactly, that needs to get out. This is becoming clearer by the second. How about we take this? Yeah, put it right there. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Death card. Let me adjust that. And what a beautiful Death card, you know? Finding peace and healing within. And death is transformation. And so healing what once used to hurt and blossoming inside out. All right? And you can see the difference here, the transition between these two cards, moving on, the transformation that your reading is talking about. These two out first, okay? So you have the 3 of Wands. You have the Four of Pentacles. Right, okay. Oh, yes, I remember your pile got 3 of these. I feel like this one needs to be here so that... Wow! Do you see power needing to come out? The 7 of Wands. Orange. Strength. I mean, it couldn't be that clear now, right? Wonderful. You have the Fool, a new beginning... New you, actually. And I see what this is trying to say now. And last but not least, wow, you have the 8 of Wands. Taking your inside out. So, right off the bat, taking a look at your story, it seems like there is harsh criticism and betrayal going on in this pile. Why do I say that? Because we have Sedna, and you might have heard me talk about Sedna's story before. It's heartbreaking. So first of all, Sedna is the goddess of the ocean, right? The Inuit, by the way, the goddess of the ocean. And it happened because, long story short, I don't want to waste your reading time. I've said it before, but long story short, she was traveling with her father after leaving a husband that was mistreated her. And I think her husband sent some types of birds that were running after their kayak. His daughter, Sedna, falls into the freezing water and she hangs on to the kayak. And the father chops off her fingers so that he saves himself and runs. And what a painful disappointment. Can you imagine? Can you imagine your own father chopping off your own fingers? And so the pain, I cannot even begin to explain to you that Sedna had suffered, not just from the fingers, but watching her father betray her like that. And so Sedna since then has become the goddess of the ocean. In fact, her chopped off fingers have become the seals, as you can see, and the whales around her. And she's built so much strength that she's become a goddess. You know, her mutation, she transformed her mutation. She, you know, when cutting off limbs, I think the word is dismemberment or something. You know, she did not let that horrendous cut, this horrendous experience, break her. In fact, as you can see, it multiplied her power. And you can see that she pulled her life together and now she reigns the ocean, right? She created a place and a kingdom by leaving her life behind her. So she must have gone through the weeping and the agony and the pain of being betrayed by dear ones, perhaps even harsh words. She left all of that behind, brought her power and transformed her life, leaving the old behind. And that's why you have strength. Do you see that? Breaking out of the imprisonment within oneself to jump out and create a new life. Pile number 2. So your message is clearly about how to deal with the harshness and especially the harsh words of sometimes even coming from the loved and the dear ones, and use that to transform and bring out your power by learning from what happened, by seeing how human beings can behave sometimes, by understanding their shadows and yours, and transforming from this experience and starting a new life. This time, pulling your life together, taking command of it, and not worrying too much about what others are saying any longer. In fact, this goes beautifully hand in hand with Rumi's words here, with she offers the sacred wine, so drink. I need to read just a small part of it. I think it will really resonate with you, pile number 2. So let me bring out, there. I'm just gonna read a small part that I feel is important to this reading. So, O wine giver of enlightened hearts, offer me the wine of your kindness, for this is the reason you have brought me here from the desert of oblivion. O beautiful wine giver, pour me the wine that gives me insight. My spirit is consumed by judgment, and my life is reduced by thoughts. Pour that precious wine over the frozen cries of skeptics, until their words become warm and their nays become yays. So what we see here, pile number 2, is a transformation within yourself to understand that the things that people sometimes do, the betrayal, the harsh criticism, does not come from a place of us being flawed, even when we have a lot of things to fix. It comes from a place of their shadow where they need to heal. Because even if you have things to heal, the healthy way to do it is to give respectful, constructive criticism. And that is, hey, did you notice that every time this happens, you make the choice of veering off course, or you, without noticing, you veer off course? How about when this next time this happens, you remind yourself and you tell yourself, hey, I'm veering off course. Let me say no this time and go this way. You know, thinking together, respectful, constructive criticism. If it comes from nastiness, disrespect, looking down, judgment, it's not coming from a place that is healed. So it's always about these people. It's never about you, even if you have to fix something. If it comes from a nasty place, it comes from a shadowy place. And so why would you deal with a shadow that they have to heal and not you? Why carry what is not yours? Pile number 2. And so the message here is, let them carry their own healing. Let them, without judgment, let them take their own path and know that it's not personal. It comes from a wounded place somewhere there in their hearts for one reason or the other. A place where maybe they judge themselves over other things, or maybe they need to feel better because they lack somewhere else, or whatever the reason is. And to realize that now the journey is about you, and it's about healing yourself and growing and finding what is important to you. What do you need to do and heal? What do you want to have in your life? How do you want to act, whether they like it or not? Because every time they don't like it, remind yourself, this is not about me. This is about a hurt place in their hearts. Let them look, let them say. It is them being hurt. It's their journey. Let us all wish them the best in their journey and to heal. But most importantly, it's time for you to bring your power out, because you're not going to create it. It is within you, and that's what we noticed from the very beginning. You have the word confident. You have power within you that just needs to be liberated from misconceptions and misbeliefs. And once you realize that it's not about you, that you could have been the one imprisoning the strength that is within you. Now it is also you that can liberate it, and no one else. Pile number 2. And so see, here we see loving and caring for oneself, understanding that harshness does not come from you because of you. Harshness comes because of unhealed hearts. And it's not for you to deal with, pile number 2. It is for you to deal with your own path. And from there, you grow strength and you blossom and you start your journey of taking care of you, of springing into whatever you wanted to do for a very long time. To not be weighed down by their criticism, by their harsh judgment, by what they say. Let them say, do whatever they want. Protect you, take care of you. Most importantly, keep to yourself and start doing everything that your heart desires and what you want to do. Act, talk, say what you want, do what you want, wear what you want, say what you want even if they want to criticize. Because once they have a reaction, first of all, know that their reaction is not because you have something wrong. It's because they need to heal something. As we all, no shame, as we all. And realize that this is coming from a weak, very weak, hurt place that needs to heal for one reason or the other. Because had they been balanced, it would have never come out this way. Pile number 2. And with that, liberate yourself. And like Sedna, become the goddess of your world. Do what you want. Move out into the world. Say, dress, look, be free. See, with the imprisonment, be free to move and act the way that you want. Because any nasty look or reaction or judgment or criticism or words does not come from a strong place. Pile number 2. And hence, feel for them and move on in your world. Never in that course judge yourself. Pile number 2. And so, the sacred wine to drink is that kindness that you give to yourself. It's realizing that it's now time to be free, to drink the potion of freedom, to liberate yourself, to go out into the world and start thinking afresh. What do I want to do now that I'm free? How do I want to look like? What do I want to say? How do I want to present myself? When should I start speaking, even if people don't like what I say? That is the liberation you give yourself, pile number 2. And that is obviously the exact message that you may need to hear, to heal and build stronger confidence in today's reading, pile number 2. And I'm wishing you all the best of luck, because you're not building confidence from the beginning. My dear pile number 2, the very thing I will remind you that we've noticed is that you already have it within you, pile number 2. Let it out free. Your message is so clear, and I wish you the best of luck. Not just that, you will see, pile number 2. Visit this reading a couple of months or a couple of weeks or a couple of days, anytime in the future, and you will see just how much you have grown. Because you have that strength within you. Let it without. That was your reading, pile number 2. I wish you the best from my heart. And by the way, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, please make sure to check my other channel out. You'll find a link to this channel, a first link in the description box. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate, you won't waste time reading it, but you'll find that it gives you so much power in becoming a productive person, doing what needs to get done. Most importantly, having self-discipline, all while enjoying this process. And so you'll find that this book has all the key advice and secrets to becoming that productive person that you want to be, or the discipline that you want to build, all while having fun. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy audiobooks like me. And pile number 2, it was such a pleasure. Not only am I rooting for you, I believe in you. You will see, pile number 2, what you're going to do and how you're going to blossom. It's drawn in your cards. It's going to happen. That was your reading, pile number 2, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful card called Sacred Conversions. Such a beautiful card. Let's keep it here for now and see how this, along with Rumi's words that are associated with the sacred conversions, fit with your reading. We may need to read Rumi's words or maybe not, depending on what we see. All right, so yes, I remember in your pile you got 2 of these and 2 of these. So you have a lot of oracle cards. Your reading during the preparation process, I noticed, had a lot of cards. It seems that there are a lot of things to say in this reading. So you have perceptive on one side, and with the shadow side, we have misunderstand. Right, so let's keep that here. You also have mother. So the light attribute of that is nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. And the shadow attributes are smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. All right, let's keep that here. I'm kind of getting the idea of maybe separation, healing from separation. Let's see. We'll take a look at the rest. We'll see. You also have student. So the light attributes of that is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And the shadow attributes are arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge. Arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge. Unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Right, let's keep that right there. And take a look at your tea leaves. So you have ring. Yeah, we keep seeing the idea of conversions, a mother, commitment. So it may have to do with healing from people or something of the sort. You have a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And you have stork, news of a birth, oh my God, or a new business opportunity. Right. Let's see your goddess card. Interesting. You have Bobo with the Page of Pentacles. All right. Bobo helps us cheer up, to look at things from a humorous perspective. We'll talk about her in a second. But I just want to check first in this deck. Let me check. Siren. Was Siren in this deck the page or the knight? Let me check. Right, my apologies. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Pile number 3. You have the Page of Wands. I'm getting a lot of court cards already. Again, the idea of people. You have the Four of Swords. I get it. Okay. You also have the Eight of Swords. Yes. Yes. You have the Death and Rebirth. the Ace of Cups. I felt it here. That's why I left it there. You have the Two of Wands with possibilities. And you have the King of Cups with healing. Wow. I can clearly see there is so much healing involved in your reading, pile number 1. And all the blue here is taking me to this card, showing that healing in your pile comes from changing your perception about something. So we see here with perception and misunderstand that the cause of pain, even though it looks like there's a lot of people in the reading, is at its core stemming from a perception or a lens of looking at things, and not directly or integrally from the people themselves. Pile number 3. So what do I mean by that? I will explain it here as I can see in your cards. So I see that maybe something happened as an inner child, pile number 3. For one reason or the other, I try to get your tarot cards to see what event could have happened there. But something happened at a very early age here. And it triggered some sort of maybe fear, not imagining maybe being alone or not being with in a either committed connection or being with family or being with a close person somehow. Pile number 3. This is very apparent in your reading here. And because of that early childhood event, it changed your perception, and you've only felt okay after that event when your mother was there or when someone was there, and you felt that serenity. And so you attached as a child the connection of having someone by your side to feel at peace. Otherwise, you'll feel stuck and maybe uncomfortable, and perhaps it aches. Pile number 3. And I do see from your reading that it seems with the student here that is that one thing you're going to learn to do that will free you and change who you are from the core into being a free person. So there's a highlight here with student that is that one thing that you learn to do that will free you forever. Pile number 3. And it looks like it may be very difficult to consider, but you do have with the Two of Wands possibilities. You have an invitation to just consider the possibility of what it would be to be on your own. And this doesn't necessarily have to do with relationships, by the way. What would it be like to be fully independent on your own and happy, because you have the Bobo here. And let's talk about the Bobo appearing in your reading. Talk about healing and being happy, right? You have the goddess Bobo, who's the Greek Baudi goddess, right? They call her the goddess of the belly laugh. And you know, the belly laugh, the one that you laugh from the depth of your belly. And once you start, you just can't stop. That type of laughing, really. This is how they describe her. And she has a strong connection to the story of Persephone and Demeter, of course, where she comforted Demeter and made her laugh from the heart during her rough times trying to find her daughter Persephone. But anyways, here we see that she represents the power of laughter to activate sexuality. We did say she's the body goddess, right? And the power of creation. So we really see that learning to be happy on your own is activating so much power and so much attractiveness that you are going to discover within you. And you know, with students here, again, I feel like this is not a regular reading here. It's not just a reading of what you need to heal. It looks like to me that this is one of the things you're meant to heal in your lifetime. That's why you have the death and rebirth. We see a transition of age from the Pisces to the Aquarius. So kind of like going from the south to the north node. At least that's how I'm translating it intuitively. Yeah. And learning that one thing, pile number 3, it seems to you that will heal your heart forever. You become a stronger, more confident person by learning that one thing. And we see that, in fact, with the Bobo in conjunction with the Page of Wands, you'll be surprised to know that it wasn't that bad after all. And see, this is why we notice that it's a matter of perception from the beginning. There's this deep-rooted understanding that if you were alone, you will be scared maybe, or you won't feel comfortable, you won't feel maybe okay, you won't be able to do it, something along the lines. You know how a baby would panic and scream when the mother is not there, especially when they're in an uncomfortable situation. And since this is a very important reading to you, pile number 3, I want to help you see what event are we seeing here in childhood. If you've attended the preparation process, I know I said I was going to use the Tarot of Mystical Moments, but then something told me to use this deck for this reading as clarification, so I did. Right, so what happened in pile number 3's childhood that this card is referring to, please? So you have the King of Pentacles, the Devil card, you have patience, maybe all the patience in the Turtle. Maybe you were left waiting alone for a long time crying. And King of Pentacles is stability. So when you wanted stability, maybe you were left alone for a long time, craving stability, right? With the Devil card here, maybe there was a misconception in your parents' mind. Maybe they were trying to save you in another way. They were trying to prepare your food. There was a wrong misconception leading to you waiting and crying. Overall, the misconception wasn't the right, obviously. Sorry. the conception wasn't right. It's a matter of their perception as well. So you're borrowing bad perception leading to the creation of another bad perception or wrong perception. And so it really, with the Devil here, it really felt painful to you. Waiting all this time in agony, trying to find safety at an early age. But I do feel here, despite the Devil card appearing, we have the King of Pentacles. I feel it's a misconception. Their hands were tied. They had a wrong idea. They put maybe a priority towards something else. I'm not sure. You have the Four of Wands. Ah, yes. Ace of Swords. Do you see how when the hands touch, it's a new beginning? You know, right away with the Four of Wands and this specific Ace of Swords, I feel like whenever they came back to touch you or to hold you again, it feels like a crib here, doesn't it, right? So with the Four of Wands, it felt peaceful, it felt good, It felt homey with the Four of Wands. Safe again. You celebrate. It felt so good. So you craved this connection and this touch, and you were constantly waiting for it. I'm so sorry, pile number 3. So sorry. Here, see, that's why you have the hands here. And with the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands. Whoa, we have the Page of Wands twice, both wearing red. This is significant. Oh, so that is the key. Oh, yes. Pile number 3. This card is showing us that to heal this is the significant. The Page of Wands is the significant part in your reading. First of all, to explore why. Second of all, to take action for the first time towards yourself. And so, yeah, to be honest with you, pile number 3, although it may not be the case for a lot of you, it's a general reading, but for the most part, it seems like it was a misconception. It wasn't really meant, but it did have a huge effect on you, pile number 3. Okay, so back to the main reading. We see that you are being advised to change this filter now that you are aware of it. That only your mind, as a deep-rooted understanding from childhood, is now convinced that if you were to be left alone, it's going to be painful. You may panic and not know what to do. And you may become overwhelmed with this emotion, not being able to handle it the way it is triggered as it was when you were a child. And so realizing this, we see here the beautiful goddess Bobo giving you the most precious advice. And you know what? As I was saying that, I remember someone, I think either a psychologist or someone who was reading a scientific paper saying the same thing. Oh yes, I'm sure I remember. But believe me, I realized it intuitively before I remembered that. So this confirms here the understanding. Whenever you get this emotion, interrupt your emotion by experiencing another. And that is through doing something that shows you extreme emotion. Sometimes it's even about faking it. This is exactly what I heard him say. He was saying, if I find this video, I will link it for you down in the description box. But if you don't find it, my deep apologies. Even if it takes me months, I'll come back and put it. But anyways, maybe you can even Google it. The study of interrupting emotions through laughter. And so sometimes, and not sometimes, if you don't have anything to laugh about, it is advised to even laugh hysterically. That's why you have Bobo. Isn't tarot mind-blowing? So it's about laughing, ha ha ha, faking it until it's done. You know, there is actually, and now that we say that, I remember another yoga practice. Was it yoga or meditation practice? I think it was a yoga practice that we attended once, where you sit down and everybody has to fake laugh, right? And I laugh now remembering it. And after a certain time, people actually laugh from their hearts, and it becomes contagious. Looking at someone dying from laughter, and you're dying from laughter, and it becomes one of the best yoga practices you can ever attend. Maybe you can consider that pile number 3. If not, you can do it all alone at home. Fake it in the beginning, and then your brains will release hormones to make you feel happy, to make you feel great, putting you back in control. The whole idea is not to make you happy all day. The whole idea is to interrupt that triggered emotion that you may not be able to instantly control especially that it comes from a deep-rooted place from childhood. And so interrupt that emotion. Thank you, Goddess Bobo. Truly appreciate this for pile number 3. Laugh until you are back in control. And then think about it. Am I really that stuck? Am I really that out of control? Can I not do this on my own? Can I quietly and calmly now plan this? It may not be a perfect situation, right? It's always nice to have someone helping. But am I not capable of being proud of myself and trying to plan it on my own? Can I not do this? And you will see that you will create one huge transformation in your life, making you a very strong person, bringing you to your higher self, to your north node. And you will find so much power in being able to tread on your own, pile number 3. And it's all about finding quality people and not just people. And so to do that, one has to be able to be on their own until one finds the right people. And in fact, this is time for Rumi's write-up. It's so beautiful. I'll just read a little bit for you, pile number 3. 11. There we go. Listen to this, pile number 3. So amazing. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I'm wary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I'm longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I'm longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I'm longing for. So beautiful, pile number 3. And I feel like this is really your message of learning to be on your own, not feeling stuck. Because with the 8 of Swords, you know, the 8 of Swords is always an energy of falsely thinking that we're stuck when really we're not. You must look really fly, pile number 3. Nicely dressed here. So there's a scarf or not a band-aid, headband on this person's, on this horse's eye, showing us that there's no movement forward because of wrong perception. And you change your situation of feeling stuck to serenity by changing this long misconception that has been planted at an early age. Now it's time to take it out and explore that possibility. Is it really true? Can you not do it? And can you not have fun? That's the Page of Wands. Have fun and explore life on your own. What can you do to enjoy yourself? Maybe it's time to fill up your calendar with things that you would love to do and to enjoy your life. And being pushed in that position, you're now really forced to think of, what can I do to be happy? What can I do to take care of me? And through that process, my dear pile number 3, you'll find this transformation, this healing, and this new beginning for you. All the best from my heart, pile number 3. I promise you, you're going to get out to the other side and you are going to be so strong, so confident, so independent, and you will heal whatever may have happened in the past very easily. In fact, I see that it happens quickly. It's just a matter of changing your perception, interrupting emotions. And my dear pile number 3, that was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check my other channel out. You'll find it as the first link in the description box. And other than that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. This book really helps you, teaches you become productive. It teaches you to become self-disciplined, all while enjoying doing that. I'm sure you're going to love this book. I wrote it from my heart to yours. making sure that you grasp the concepts. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you will find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy audiobooks like me. And pile number 3, it was such a pleasure spending this time with you. I'm rooting for you, and I know this reading you were led to for a reason, and you are going to find your power very soon. Very soon you will see pile number 3. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.